A smiling boy reaches toward a beautiful horse with an apple. One sudden sound changes everything. Powerful legs explode forward, sending everyone nearby scrambling. Why should you be terrified of horses? Because beneath that calm face lives an animal built for speed, crushing force, and split-second survival. Millions stand beside horses every year, believing nothing could go wrong. Many discover the truth far too late. Tell me where you are watching from, and subscribe if you enjoy dark wildlife documentaries. First, let us uncover why this trusted companion hides abilities that deserve far greater respect than most people ever imagine. That trusted companion hides abilities that deserve far greater respect than most people ever imagine. Most people see a quiet animal standing behind a wooden fence. Scientists see something very different. A fully grown horse can weigh more than 2,000 pounds, run faster than 40 miles per hour, and change direction in a heartbeat. Every muscle works together like a powerful machine built by nature. Nothing about that body is weak. Everything has one purpose: stay alive. Long before people built farms or cities, wild horses survived by escaping hungry predators. Wolves chased them across open land. Big cats waited in tall grass. Survival depended on speed, balance, strong legs, and quick reactions. Those ancient challenges shaped every part of the animal you see today. Domestication changed where horses live, but it never erased millions of years of evolution. Their bodies still carry the same tools that once kept them alive. A horse does not need sharp claws or huge teeth to become dangerous. Its greatest weapon is raw force. One kick from the hind legs carries enough power to break bones, crush a chest, or cause deadly head injuries. The front legs can strike downward with surprising speed when danger feels close. Even a quick sideways movement can knock an adult to the ground before there is time to react. Size alone makes every movement matter. Here is where many people get fooled. Calm behavior creates confidence. Confidence creates carelessness. Someone walks behind a horse without thinking. Another reaches across its face. A child stands too close during feeding. None of those actions seem risky until something unexpected happens. Then everything changes in less than a second. Researchers who study horse injuries notice a pattern. Many victims are not reckless thrill seekers. They are ordinary people doing ordinary jobs. Stable workers, ranch hands, riders, trainers, family members, and visitors all appear in accident reports. Most believe the situation was completely under control moments before disaster struck. That false sense of safety is one reason horse injuries remain so common. Yet physical strength tells only part of the story. A heavy body does not explain why a peaceful animal suddenly jumps sideways, bolts across a field, or lashes out without warning. The answer is not anger. It is not revenge. Something much older is at work inside the horse's mind, guiding every choice before conscious thought has a chance to catch up. That is what makes this animal so different from the predators most people fear. A lion studies its target. A wolf works with a pack. A horse reacts first and understands later. That split-second difference changes everything. Once the survival instinct takes over, stopping it becomes almost impossible. And to understand why that happens, we have to look inside the horse's brain, where the real danger begins. The real danger begins inside the horse's brain, where survival always comes first. Unlike predators that often pause before attacking, horses evolved as prey. Every heartbeat, every muscle, every sense exists for one reason: escape before it is too late. That ancient rule has shaped their minds for millions of years, and it still controls how they react today. Living beside humans never erased those instincts. It simply placed them in a different world. Imagine walking through a quiet stable. Nothing feels unusual. A bucket tips over. A bird suddenly flies from the roof. Wind pushes a loose tarp across the ground. You might barely notice those things. A horse might see them as signs of danger. Before its brain decides what happened, its body has already started moving. That reaction is not planned. It is automatic. The animal is not choosing fear. Fear is choosing for it. Here is the part almost nobody talks about. A horse does not need to be angry before someone gets hurt. Panic alone can cause disaster. When the survival system switches on, powerful legs push with explosive force. The neck rises. The body twists. Hooves strike the ground. Every movement is designed to create distance from whatever feels threatening. If a person happens to stand nearby, they can become part of that escape path without warning. Vision plays a huge role in this behavior. Horse eyes sit on the sides of the head instead of the front. That gives an amazing view across almost the entire area around them. Still, blind spots remain directly behind and close in front. Something entering those spaces can appear without enough time for the animal to understand it. Instinct reacts first, thought comes later. By then, the movement has already happened. Hearing creates another challenge. Horses detect sounds people never notice. Rustling leaves, distant engines, barking dogs, a gate banging in the wind. Most turn out harmless, yet the brain treats every strange noise as a possible threat until proven safe. That constant scanning helped wild herds survive countless predators across open land. Today, the same system sometimes creates danger inside quiet barns and peaceful riding arenas. Many beginners believe trust removes all risk. Experienced handlers know better. Even professionals cannot predict every reaction because instinct works faster than experience. That is why skilled riders still suffer serious accidents. Training improves communication. It does not switch off millions of years of evolution. No amount of practice can completely remove a survival response built into the nervous system. Then everything changes again. Scientists discovered that fear does not always stay with one horse, it spreads. One startled animal can trigger another within seconds. Soon, several thousand pounds of muscle begin moving together, each following the same powerful instinct. At that point, nobody controls the situation, and once an entire group starts running, the consequences become far more frightening than anything a single horse could do alone. The consequences become far more frightening than anything a single horse could do alone. A herd of horses is not just a group of animals standing together. It is a wave of power, speed, and instinct moving in the same direction. When one horse panics, others may follow before they even understand why. This behavior helped wild herds escape predators. But around humans, the same reaction can turn a normal moment into a life-threatening event. Picture a crowded riding area. Several horses stand calmly while riders prepare for a routine activity. Then a sudden sound breaks the silence. One animal jumps, another follows. Within seconds, the entire group can begin moving. There is no plan. There is no target. The horses are simply trying to escape a danger their brains believe is real. Anyone standing in their path becomes vulnerable. This is where the statistics become difficult to ignore. Horses are involved in thousands of serious injuries around the world every year. Unlike many dangerous animals, these accidents usually happen during normal human activities. A person is not entering a wild habitat. They are feeding, riding, grooming, or leading an animal they trust. The danger comes from being close to incredible strength when something unexpected happens. The injuries caused by horses are often severe because of simple physics. A fall from a horse places a person's body several feet above the ground. A kick transfers enormous force into a small area. A person caught beneath a moving animal faces hundreds of kilograms of weight pressing down. Trauma doctors frequently see broken bones, brain injuries, spinal damage, and internal injuries connected to horse accidents. But the most surprising part is who gets hurt. Many victims are not people who ignored every warning. They are experienced riders, trainers, and workers who spent years around horses. Knowledge reduces risk, but it cannot remove every possibility. A familiar animal can still react to a sound, movement, or situation that nobody expected. That is why experienced horse handlers often respect these animals more than beginners do. They understand that a horse does not need bad intentions to cause harm. A calm animal can still have a powerful survival response. A trusted animal can still make a dangerous movement. Respect comes from understanding the reality, not from assuming the animal will always behave the way we want. Yet there is another reason horses are often misunderstood. Their appearance works against them. A crocodile looks dangerous. A bear looks powerful. A shark creates fear before it even moves. A horse creates comfort. Humans see beauty, history, and companionship. We see a partner, not a biological machine carrying thousands of years of survival instincts. And that misunderstanding may be the greatest danger of all. Because when people stop seeing the power standing in front of them, they stop preparing for what could happen next. But the story of horses becomes even more fascinating when we look back at their history, because humans once viewed these same animals in a completely different way. Long before horses became symbols of farms, races, and peaceful countryside scenes, they were symbols of power. They carried warriors into battles, changed the way armies fought, and helped shape civilizations. The same strength that makes a horse impressive today once made it a valuable weapon of war. Ancient warriors understood something modern people often forget. A horse is not just a vehicle with 4 legs. It is a living animal with its own instincts, emotions, and reactions. War horses were trained to move through chaos, loud noises, smoke, and crowds of people. They carried armored soldiers into dangerous situations where one mistake could mean death. Their courage came from training, but their power came from nature. That natural power still exists. The modern horse may spend its days in a stable or open field, but its brain still carries the same survival system that helped its ancestors escape danger. Domestication changed the relationship between humans and horses. It created trust. It created communication. It created an incredible partnership, but it never removed the animal underneath. This is why understanding horses matters more than fearing them. Fear alone creates distance. Knowledge creates respect. The goal is not to see horses as monsters. They are not cruel creatures looking for opportunities to hurt humans. They are intelligent animals trying to survive using the instincts that kept their ancestors alive. Researchers studying horse behavior have discovered something even more interesting. Horses are capable of remembering people, recognizing faces, and learning from past experiences. They can respond differently to individuals based on previous interactions. A positive relationship can create trust. A stressful experience can create caution. Their memory shapes how they see the world around them. However, this ability also reminds us that horses are not simple animals operating like machines. They have emotions, reactions, and complex behavior patterns. Sometimes humans misunderstand those signals. A movement that seems harmless to us may communicate danger to them. A situation that feels normal to a person may feel threatening to a horse. That gap between human thinking and animal thinking is where many problems begin. We judge horses through our own experience. We assume calm means completely safe. We assume familiarity means complete control. Nature does not work that way. The horse remains one of humanity's greatest animal partnerships. It has helped build nations, carried explorers across continents, and connected with humans for thousands of years. But respect must always exist alongside that connection. Beauty does not erase power. Trust does not remove instinct. After everything we have uncovered, one truth becomes clear. Horses are not dangerous because they are aggressive. They are dangerous because they are powerful, sensitive, and shaped by survival. The same qualities that make them extraordinary are the same qualities that demand our respect. Nature does not create monsters. It creates survivors. Horses remind us that true respect begins with understanding, not fear. Their power, instincts, and history reveal a remarkable animal shaped by evolution. The greatest lesson is simple. Appreciate nature deeply, but never forget the strength hidden beneath the surface of life.